said Chrisean finna be on the run because somebody was able to send pictures to the police department of Chrisean's junior genital parts, and they said he was bleeding from his diaper. She allegedly has not been taking him to his hernia surgeries, so they're not up to date as well. He also has severe diaper rashes. And
I want to put up $5,000 that Blueface and Christian Rock have a baby. Let's start making bets now. Come on now, literally. I got $5,000 that Christian Rock and Blueface have a baby. Baby gonna be dumb. They not gonna have a healthy baby. I got bets on right now.
I just said so many times, hey, okay, hey, fine. You see how I just try to, did you see how I just try to convince myself?
Charleston White may have overreached himself with his remarks, but he was undoubtedly telling the truth because Chrisean Rock was able to destroy that young boy's life before he was even born. There are also rumors that he may not survive these upcoming months. Chrisean Rock has been missing her visits, and it was just discovered that he has several special needs, according to his medical files that were published online. Just weeks after having her on his show, Jason Lee also took to the internet to disparage her, which exacerbated the situation. When she visited his show for an interview, he apparently had the opportunity to see the boy up close, and it appears that his health is only growing worse.
Medical records leaking and everybody seeing and hearing about what's on them does not cancel her. I don't know what else at this point will. Like, somebody needs to get that little boy out of her care and get him out of her care quick. I tried to give Chrisean the benefit of the doubt because, you know, you're not always the best parent. Not everybody's the best parent, but they might be the best parent for that child. No, she's not the best parent at all. Like, seeing what's on these medical records is making me sick. Like, mind y'all, he didn't ask to be here and she did not have to have him. And also, if y'all not gonna know about HIPAA, don't talk about HIPAA. HIPAA pertains to the people that signed the HIPAA paper, the HIPAA forms, you know, agreeing not to violate that, which therefore goes for the medical records, the hospital workers, the doctors, you know, things like that, not friends and family. They didn't sign or agree to no HIPAA lawsuit maybe, but nobody's violating HIPAA talking about this. Mind y'all, there's a whole list of things, but I'm just going to point out the major ones. The first one being, like we all assumed, he does suffer from fetal alcohol syndrome. He does suffer from neonatal abstinence syndrome, which basically is withdrawal. And from the records, they're saying that it was cocaine. He does also suffer from spasticity, which would explain why he's almost 2 and cannot walk or barely move. If y'all notice, Chrisean always has him either in a stroller or carrying him. It's basically a neurological condition that causes abnormal muscle stiffness or tightness and makes moving pretty hard. But mind y'all, he's a baby. Yeah. Times 10. He also suffers from seizure disorder. Another big one was CVI, which is cortical visual impairment. And that is basically when a portion of the brain has been damaged, therefore leading to, like, it's basically going to affect how he interprets visual stimulus, like problems with processing, problems with, you know, paying attention, problems with recognition. And based off how we've seen Junior, these all are making sense. The big kicker here is that with all of the things listed, he's supposed to be in palliative care. For y'all that don't know, that is basically care that is supposed to, like, help prolong his life and make it a more stable, durable life. Without that, things are not going to go well. So when people are telling Chrisean that she needs to get her son the help that he needs, there's literally help that he needs. As a mom, just as a human, but as a mom, it's sad, it's sickening. The internet was able to tell you that you needed to get your son help before you could admit that he needed help. Like, I don't see how people are not seeing the deeper problem when it comes to this. I don't see why or how she still has her son. So sad, because that little boy did not ask to be here. And from jump, from before she even had Junior, people have been pointing out certain behaviors and certain things that Chrisean is doing or has done that they knew was going to affect the baby, yet she still has the baby and it's just getting worse and worse. I don't feel bad for her one bit. I'm glad that people are talking about it. I'm glad that people are speaking up about it, because I think that all of the rumors and all the ruckus and seeing how she does her son, how bad of a job she does being a mother, is what got the medical records to be leaked. To let Chrisean tell her son is perfectly fine and we just need to mind our business. The whole time, he needs to be in a very certain strict type of care. Like, it makes me so mad, and that's not even my child, because he did not ask to be here and she did not have to have him. Like, at this point, he might have been better off not here, and I'm so sad to say, but look at the life he has to live because of somebody being so careless and selfish. The fact that everybody just stands around and, like, no friends, no family, nobody's going to say anything or do anything, step in, it's just wild to me. She wonders why people get on the internet and bash her so badly. Girl, we're not even bashing you for you. We're bashing you because of how you do your son. That's what.
To make matters worse, one of her team members reportedly forwarded pictures of Junior's sex-related bleeding to CPS. And this is what ultimately prompted CPS to address the numerous concerns regarding Junior's situation. When many questioned why Chrisean Rock still had her baby despite medical records showing she used every drug imaginable while pregnant, a former CPS officer answered. According to her explanation, the process of removing a child from a mother who abuses drugs is considerably more difficult than we initially believed. Listen, as a former social services specialist for MDHHS, you leave a footprint every time you go into someone's records, which is why I never played around with it, she remarked. In summary, Junior's documents were leaked, revealing a multitude of ailments, including FAS, visual impairments, spasticity, seizures, and opiate positivity. Where was CPS? Is the primary query posed in the comments. As a former CPS inspector, I can tell you that a large number of infants who tested positive returned home with their parents. Most of the time, CPS will visit the home to make sure the mother has all she needs for the child and to see if any resources are available. However, you people believe that CPS is the ultimate goal, which is untrue. Chrisean Rock made it apparent from the moment Junior was born that his welfare was the least of her worries, so people weren't shocked by her actions. And that boy would have been removed long ago if CPS had been concerned. However, she is aware that they don't. As you may recall, Junior suffered a hernia at birth, but Chrisean Rock continued to skip visits until Blueface shared pictures of Junior's intimate areas online. I don't care about Chrisean Rock's feelings, Blueface tweeted at the time. She acts as though there is no problem with my son's daily pain. You were upset about the truth being live, but you had a baby on live. She's a terrible mother. She is unfit, really. In order to accomplish her goals, she had been delaying the procedure and skipping the appointment. I thought they were talking about surgery when I traveled to Baltimore. The appointment was missed by her. Because of the way Chrisean Rock is treating Junior, people are now afraid that he might not live to a certain age. And you know what? In fact, Jason Lee concurs with them. As some of you are aware, Jason Lee plays a significant role in the toxic connection between Chrisean Rock and Blueface. However, rumors have it that he was unaware of Junior's dire circumstances until Chrisean Rock recently made an appearance on his show for an interview. Although he had heard the whispers, it wasn't until recently that he was able to see Junior for himself. Some of the crew workers who were there also claimed that Jason Lee was taken aback and even instructed Chrisean Rock to seek the boy some aid before it was too late. Chrisean Rock talked about how her sister Teseki accused her of unaliving her ex throughout the conversation. However, immediately following the interview, Teseki retaliated against Chrisean Rock by pointing out that she is a terrible mother to her son.
Say that first and foremost. I'm a mother. And I'm a good ass. We all know that, baby. I'm a mother. What's not clicking? I'm standing on $1 million house without doing a season. Without a rapper, without a trapper.
I think what's really going on is the fact that I came out and said my truth about what's going on, and it's so embarrassing to say, oh, I did that. She probably forgot it because she lied to herself so long. Whatever happened, happened. So she tried to make me take it back as if I did it for clout. Like, I'm not finna play like that. And I wasn't the only one that came out about you, so.
But she said she's suing you for making the allegations that she
Where's the
molested
paperwork?
you.
Where's the sue? She's lying. I ain't getting not one paperwork.
So there's no lawsuit?
No, it would have went by.
The problem is that Chrisean Rock has been visiting CPS for a considerable amount of time. Additionally, they would have taken Junior away from her long ago if they truly cared about him. She was on Twitch a few days ago, and after leaving Junior locked in her car to go quarrel with Blueface over the phone, her account was suspended. The boy began to weep because, well, the car was hot as hell. She instructed a Twitch employee who was on set with her to go tend to the boy rather than hanging up to take care of him. People began to report the live stream, and before she finished, the platform banned her account.
Yeah, she busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, she busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not even busy.
Okay.
Babe,
You chasing me right now.
I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? You mind taking him to the car? Thank you. You mind taking him to the car? Thank you. Here it goes. Here I come, Papa. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to the dentist. Y'all want to come? Okay. Well, is Jack coming?
Jack's driving.
Y'all act like that. Y'all don't even know what's going on. I'm not putting my child in the camera. Y'all keep saying, attend to my baby. I am attending to my baby. That's why I have certain people here tell me tend to my baby while I'm working. I'm not finna keep, you know? So, all that, put prayer in hands, y'all. Everybody that loves me.
When Chrisean Rock went live to defend her Blueface face tattoo, that's when we first learned about Junior's illness. She was on live streaming her mouth while Junior was in the back pleading for her attention, just like when she left him in the car to go argue with Blueface.
It's my, like, everybody with my mother, like, you just mad that it's not you. What is you talking about? All right, and then let's really get in the nitty gritty though. Let's really get in the nitty gritty. It's not fake. So I don't know why I keep saying it's fake. I just got it professionally done at a place where they do like some real good shit. Two, and it's crazy because yeah, he's just popping it. My son be talking.
When she went on another Instagram live with Junior, and people saw that he had obvious signs of fetal alcohol syndrome, she was dragged once more. And then another video appears and becomes viral. Just when you thought things couldn't get much worse, Junior appeared very confused this time, as if he was unsure of the planet he was on. People began to seriously question whether he was blind at that point. Now, keep in mind that Chrisean Rock was live, discussing her sobriety, cleanliness, and other such topics. Junior, however, was sitting there looking off into space, as if he had just been dropped down by aliens, while she was attempting to persuade everyone that she had her life together. It didn't take her long to notice all the criticism since, of course, she stays in the comments in true Chrisean Rock form. However, rather than accepting responsibility, she did what she normally does. We need to stop calling her son slow and pray for him. She vehemently insisted that Junior is a healthy little child and refuted any claims that he is blind. She said that he was staring into space since he was still a child.
Something to say about a kid. My son, Sean Jesus Malone Jr. He's straight. He's $1 billion baby, so stay tuned. But no, he's not blind. No, he's not. He's a child. he's blessed from the head to his toe. Like, what? The out when he got dedicated on the 7th day? Not even addressing nothing. Because I don't give a. You feel me? We ain't talking about your baby because it don't get you views. Like, you can't talk about your own kids. You know why? Because it ain't gonna get you views. It's not gonna get people watching. So yeah, talk about what's most wanted. Talked about what's most talked about. Me, Chrisean. The name Chrisean is like stat. Child is blessed. He could be talking, walking, playing football, everything. Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with and what he look like, what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. If you talking to me like that, I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like this, bro. You know why? Because all the glory to God, bro. Like, I'm gonna be looking real stupid.
As usual, people have opinions like this one. To be honest, the infant needs to be saved right now. He is not treated fairly by this. He didn't request to be here. She should give him a fair shot at life, in my opinion. Numerous wonderful families will adopt him and provide him with a better life than what he has been dealing with throughout the years. The devil is collaborating with Chrisean Rock. The music industry bought Blueface's soul. Man, get that baby a loving home. That's just so disgusting, remarked someone else. This is incorrect. This is not a rag doll. It's a baby, a human being. Now, though, I'd like to hear your opinions. What do you think of the claims that Jason Lee advised Chrisean Rock to get her son help? And do you believe that Junior may suffer an irreversible consequence as a result of Chrisean Rock's alleged neglect? At the end of the day, when all the clips stop playing, when the lives end, when the comments slow down, and when the internet inevitably moves on to the next controversy, the one person who does not get to log off from any of this is Junior. He is not a storyline. He is not a trending topic. He is not a pawn in a social media war between adults who cannot seem to put their egos aside. He is a real child, born into chaos, raised under constant scrutiny, and surrounded by noise that he never asked for. While adults argue over narratives, loyalty, and public image, he is the one who has to live with the consequences long after the cameras are gone. And that is what makes this situation so disturbing to so many people watching from the outside. What troubles critics the most is not just one isolated incident, not just one live stream, not just one controversial statement, but the pattern. A pattern of missed appointments. A pattern of public arguments overshadowing private responsibilities. A pattern of defensiveness instead of accountability. Over time, these moments stack up, and when viewed together, they paint a picture that is difficult to ignore. Many viewers aren't claiming to know everything that happens behind closed doors, but they are reacting to what has been repeatedly shown on camera, voluntarily, for the world to see. And once those moments are broadcast, they become part of the public record whether anyone likes it or not. There is also the uncomfortable reality that social media fame has blurred the lines between performance and real life. When someone is constantly live, constantly filming, constantly responding to comments, it raises a serious question. Where does parenting fit into that equation? Children require routine, presence, consistency, and calm, things that do not trend well online but are essential for healthy development. Many people feel that Junior's needs often get drowned out by drama, arguments, and the pursuit of attention. And while supporters may see strength or resilience in that chaos, critics see instability, distraction, and risk. Another layer that fuels public frustration is the role of institutions that are supposed to protect children. CPS is often mentioned as either a failure or a last resort, depending on who you ask. Some believe the system moves too slowly. Others believe it is limited by rules, resources, and legal thresholds that the public does not always understand. But regardless of where people stand, the repeated question remains the same. How much evidence, how much concern, and how much public alarm is required before meaningful intervention occurs? That question echoes through comment sections, reaction videos, and social platforms daily, and it has yet to receive a satisfying answer. Then there is the issue of accountability among the adults involved. Many people argue that Blueface, Chrisean Rock, family members, friends, and even industry figures have all played roles, directly or indirectly, in creating an environment that prioritizes conflict over care. Some believe that enabling behavior, excusing conduct, or choosing silence when speaking up matters most has allowed things to spiral further than they ever should have. Others argue that stepping in could invite backlash, lawsuits, or public retaliation. But critics counter with one simple truth: discomfort for adults is not more important than safety for a child. What makes this story even heavier is that it unfolds in real time. Unlike past celebrity scandals that were pieced together years later, this one is happening live, with timestamps, receipts, and footage. Viewers are not speculating in a vacuum. They are reacting to what they see unfold in front of them. And with every new clip, every new interview, and every new allegation, concern deepens rather than fades. Instead of reassurance, people see repetition. Instead of improvement, they see defensiveness. And that is why patience is wearing thin. At the core of all this noise is a very simple wish that many people share: that Junior ends up safe, healthy, loved, and supported, no matter what that ultimately looks like. For some, that means serious intervention. For others, that means a drastic change in behavior and priorities. But nearly everyone agrees on one thing: continuing down the same path cannot lead to a different outcome. Something has to change, whether through accountability, support, boundaries, or outside involvement. And maybe that is the most uncomfortable part of this entire discussion: the idea that love alone is not always enough. Good intentions do not erase harm. Loyalty does not replace responsibility. And fame does not make someone immune from criticism when a child's well-being is involved. Many people watching are not motivated by hate or judgment, but by fear. Fear that if this continues unchecked, the consequences could be irreversible. So as this story continues to unfold, the real question isn't about sides, clout, or who won the argument online. The real question is whether the adults involved will ever choose stability over spectacle, privacy over performance, and responsibility over reaction. Because Junior deserves more than viral moments and public debates. He deserves a chance at a peaceful, healthy life away from constant turmoil. Now, this is where the conversation shifts to you. After seeing everything presented, after watching the clips, hearing the interviews, and observing the patterns over time, what do you think should happen next? Do you believe intervention is overdue? Or do you think the situation is being exaggerated by the internet? Should accountability come from family, institutions, or the individuals themselves? And most importantly, what do you believe is truly in Junior's best interest? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this discussion is far from over. Just remember to keep it respectful, because at the center of all of this is a child who didn't choose any of it. If you found this breakdown informative, make sure to like the video, share it so the conversation stays visible, and subscribe to Celeb X so you don't miss our next deep dive. And if you're ready to continue exploring the most talked about stories unfolding online right now, click the video on your screen. You won't want to miss it. Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Remember to watch this other dirty video by clicking this link.